All right, today on the grid, it is Blind Photo Critique Day, where we crush the hearts and souls of photographers all around the world. Eric, the real Rocket Man Kuna, is coming in from gallivanting. He is Skyping into the show today, so he'll be there. We're going to be looking at images turned in by our viewers, and we've got a bunch of cool giveaways. We've got some news. We've got some views. We're going to pay some dues, and it all starts in just 23.2 seconds. Let's go.
The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the tripod alternative that is changing the world. Everybody has a Platypod. You should too. Go to platypod.com.
Well, hi, everybody. We're live, and I'm all alone. There's no... Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, there we go. There's some Kuna, man. All right, where are you today, Mr. Kuna?
So I am coming to you from outside of Yosemite National Park.
All right. Oh, Yosemite's wonderful. Boy, you're having quite a time out there.
Oh, yeah.
How was your 4th of July?
Oh, it was great. I was shooting the best fireworks to me, and that is the stars. So I was out shooting the stars for 4th of July.
All right. So. Very, very nice. Well, glad to have you here today for Blind Photo Critiques. And I saw some when I was sorting them today that you will like, and you will.
Right.
Can I tell you that over the last few months, or maybe I would say even this year, the level of quality of what we're getting for the blind critiques has just gone up exponentially.
Oh yeah.
Like, because we used to get so many images that were you couldn't even say anything, just sell your gear, right? Like you wouldn't even, but now like we're getting consistently like much better images. So that's great. So that's a good thing. And you're going to see lots of good ones today. Let's see what else we got going on. We have a bunch of things. I have a special announcement. Ready? Here we go. I'm doing a live one-day seminar. I'm doing my ultimate photography crash course, an updated version of the course. I'm going to be doing live in Orlando, Florida at the Orange County Convention Center. That is coming up August 15th. And so we have, it's in a very cool theater there at the conference center, but it is there is very, very limited seating, and when it sells out, that's it. So if you want to come and spend the day with me, and it's going to be a wild, awesome day of learning photography and Photoshop and Lightroom, it is August 15th, again, at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida. We're going to be doing it live in person, and we're going to be broadcasting it as well. So if you can't make it down to Orlando, you can watch it online. But if you are in anywhere and want to come and spend the day with me in person, it's going to be so much fun. I hope you can make it. I've got a lot of neat stuff to share and lots of new stuff, and it's just going to be an awesome day. August 15th. So you're hearing about it. It's brand new. Just there you go. Come with me,
Scott,
to Orlando.
Scott, the one thing that's, we've talked about this with this conference, like it's all, the seminars all updated because there's so many things that have changed in the last 5 years with photography.
Yes.
That have just changed our entire workflows. We've been talking about that. Just like, it's just amazing how much this stuff has changed our workflows.
Oh yeah. It's, you go back 5 years and we were all still shooting DSLRs and there was no masking and there was no AI and all that kind of stuff. And so we're in a different world. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you'll come out. I've got a lot of really neat stuff to show you, especially if you're into the post-processing stuff. I think I've got some stuff you'll find really helpful for Lightroom and Photoshop and all where we are today in this workflow. But I'm also, it's the photography crash course. So basically what I do is I'm going to take. And Eric and I came up with this idea a few years back where we were having lunch one day. We always go to the same place for lunch. We go to Ellie's for lunch. We're having lunch at Ellie's, which I would be there today, Eric, if you were here. It would be a perfect day for Ellie's. But we were sitting there and we were like talking about, just hanging out with photographers and stuff, right? And we were saying, what if you only had one day? What could you teach somebody that would actually make a difference in their photography? Like the next day, they were better and they're doing things differently and seeing things differently. Like, what would it be? And that's what we're doing. So that's what we put that together into a 1-day seminar, and it's just the stuff you really need to know. And some of it is big picture stuff. Some of it is settings and buttons and dials and sliders, and it's a little bit of everything. So I hope you can join me. I'm really excited about it. August 15th. All right, what else is coming up? We have the On One Photography Conference coming up as well. That's just 2 weeks, a week and a half?
It's 3.
20, yes,
20, little less than 20 days. So almost a little less than 3 weeks.
This is all true. All right.
Yeah.
So if you haven't signed up, make sure you go. I'm telling you, I've been using more and more. So Eric was the one that was just using the no noise, and I was just using effects. But I've been using more and more and more of their plugins, and if you're not using them, you're missing out. I'm using their keyword AI now to do all my keywording. Yeah. I'm telling you, that thing's brilliant. Mm. That thing is incredible. But anyway, I'm using more and more of their stuff. If you're not, what's cool? You can go to their site and try out any of it. You get a 14-day free trial for any of it. So that's kind of cool. All right. I'm looking up something real quick here because I want to show you if I can find it. Where is this? I'm hoping it's on their website, but, I could be wrong.
Well, the other thing, Scott, while you're looking that up.
Oh, yes.
With the On One conference, what's great about it is that you can download those trials. So even if you're thinking about getting into the On One plugins and suites, you can download those free trials, learn right along with us live for 2 days, plus a pre-conference. Plus, On One's going to be showing in the start of it some sneak peeks of some new stuff that's coming down the road. So you definitely don't want to miss those as well.
Yeah, that's going to be great. All right, I got another event, but you know what? I forgot to tell you something. My day in Orlando, like that thing I'm doing, it's only $99, in person or online, whichever you want. But you can come for $99. That's like lunch at McDonald's anymore. That's like Wendy's.
Yes.
It's more like Wendy's. It's more like Wendy's lunch, I think. Wendy's is wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got some other news. Ready for this, Eric? Yes. Are you ready? Are you sitting down?
I'm ready.
I got my summer wardrobe in. I got 10 new shirts, including my new Ernie Ball shirt today. So my summer wardrobe is here. I'm very excited to share it with you over the next few months. A lot of people will do their shopping at like Macy's, right? Or they'll go to the mall and they'll go to Old Navy or they'll go to New Navy. I go to Reverb.com when it's time for my summer collection.
And it's all, let me guess, black T-shirt.
Yes, but with a logo. Not just a black T-shirt. These have got logos, and some are in color. So this is a black and white one, Ernie Ball strings. They're guitar strings, right? But anyway.
There you go.
Anyway, I'm very excited about that. Okay, what else? I have an iPhone photography webinar coming up. So the folks at Rocky Nook, those are the people that publish my books, and we're going to be giving away some books here in just a minute, by the way. But we are doing this cool thing right here. So I'm doing an iPhone photography 2-hour masterclass with a live Q&A, and it's coming up very soon. I think it's next week, Thursday, July 13th.
Yeah.
So come and go. So if you go to rockynook.com and go to events, see the little events link up top, and it's all there. And we're going to spend a couple hours hanging out. And I'm going to be showing you a bunch of crazy, crazy stuff. So I hope that you can join us. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So there's that. Okay, what else? I think that's everything. Oh, giveaways. Let's do giveaways. Here we go. Yeah, when Eric's not here, it's hard for me to stay corralled. Okay. Are we actually giving away a Platypod Extreme? An Extreme?
I hope so.
It's on my desk. I'm thinking it's $149 normally. Someone watching today is going to win one of these bad boys. And this is the one that has the legs like built into this is such a great one. So great. So great.
I was just using it last night.
See? Yep. There you go. Unsolicited testimony. Next, my brand new book. It's so new, I don't even have it. Well, actually, here I do. Here's one right. right here. This is my big Photoshop book. So this is the one that I want to learn Photoshop from the beginning. I want to learn everything. I want to learn all the stuff, but not everything about Photoshop, just the stuff for photographers. Because there's a lot in Photoshop, but there's a lot for photographers, and we're just going to focus on that. We're giving away that book today. So that's in stock at Amazon. What else are we giving away? What? How do I do that in Photoshop, the second edition? Now, this book just went to press. I do not believe that it is going to be in stock for a while. Now, they will have the Kindle edition, but I'm going to give you a printed one when it comes in. So someone's going to win this. It's the second edition of one of my best-selling books. How do I do that in Photoshop? This is not for beginners. This is for, I already been using Photoshop for a while, but I don't know how to do everything. And sometimes I need to pick up a book, turn to a page, and it says, here's how to do that one thing you need to do right now. That's what this book is for. And it's got all the latest stuff in it. It even has the generative fill and all that stuff. I know, it's crazy, right? All right. Let's give away another book. What the heck? How about this one's going to go to Mr. Kuna's trivia winner, Light It, Shoot It, Retouch It. So we're going to give away that book for people who are into Flash. Okay, what else are we giving away? We are giving away a V-flat. Oh, Joey. We're giving away a V-flat. V-flats are the most awesome thing that there is. And go to V-Flat World and check out their website. I got to tell you, their website kicks butt. And they're always coming up with great new stuff. They're just a very, very clever. They're thinking of things you always go, why didn't I think of that? But super handy stuff. We use them here in our own studio. We're going to give away one, but you have to be in the U.S. It's U.S. shipping only because it's shipping. And if you send it internationally, customs will stop it and they'll make you pay double for it. It's just all bad. So it's U.S. only. What else are we giving away? Oh, there is if you want a discount, go to V-Flat World. You find something you want, you can get 10% off using the code KELBY10 at checkout. All right. We're also giving away, from the folks at Retouch For Me, giving away their Heal app. All right. And it is an incredible app. You don't have, see where it says buy now? You might win it. It could happen. It could happen today. But you can also get a 20% discount if you enter the promo code KELBY120. But you have to go to this page because it's a special promo page. Ready? promo.retouch4.me. So it's promo.retouch4, then .me. So we tried to make it as complicated as possible. There we go. I think they're going to put it in the chat for you if you need that number. Okay. Now, we asked people to send in images for us to do a blind critique. For those of you who are watching for the first time, we know there's lots of new people watching. Blind critique means we don't tell the person's name who sent in the image. Unless you put a watermark on it and we know your name, we don't say your name so we can give a very, very honest, real-world critique. And we just tell you like it is. And I can tell you there's no bad ones today, so there's no one that you have to say it's time to sell your stuff. Nobody like that.
That's great.
Lots of interesting ones. But I lost Mr. Kuna. I can't hear him. We can't hear the Kuna man. Uh-oh. We can see him. We can see a giant microphone. He has the world's largest microphone.
Yeah.
However, there's no
audio.
Oh, there he is. He's back. His audio is back.
Oh, there we go.
Probably had you muted in the studio because,
Yeah.
They do that. They do that from time to time. All right, let's look at our first images. So let's just go ahead and hit our first couple of images here. And these were submitted by, nope, we don't say the name. All right, so first thing, these are great.
Yeah, I love them.
These are so well done. Now,
that's my favorite.
Oh, that one's terrific.
When you got up,
well, first off, the lighting. The lighting is just so on. And I just want to point out for you guys who are watching, why is the lighting on? All right. First, you've got really nice soft light on his face, nice shadows. It's flattering to the subject. And then you've got this kicker light coming from the other side, which I think looks really, really great. So that all looks good. You also have fall off. his face and everything is brighter, and then it gets darker as you go down, right? You've got a soft shadow on the floor. I mean, it's just lit so nicely. It makes the subject look great. Now,
and Scott,
yes,
with a hat on.
Yes, which is not easy to do.
With a hat.
Yes, yes, it is. It's hard to get light up under there. Now, they were smart enough to tilt the cap back a little so it's not down over his eyes, but this is just great. Now, I have to imagine, I don't know, is this a composite? I don't know. Maybe he's a go-kart driver. I mean,
what's great about it is you can see where maybe it's a composite, but it's hidden well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very, very well done. This is I mean, the subject's parents got to be thrilled. This one too. You've got very nice flattering light. You've got the fall off. I mean, if I was going to be really, really nitpicky, and I would be being nitpicky, I might lighten the color of the skirt. I mean, the brightness of the skirt a tiny bit. But this is just beautifully lit and beautifully done. The third one it's obviously, it looks like a commercial shot that you would see if you were hired by a surgeon or a hospital or treatment center. And it's just very, very well done. And it's a whole different genre than the other two that you were seeing. It looks very commercial, and it's very well done. I mean, these are like, this is a pro, man. They are nailing it. So what a great way to start.
That's the whole thing, is at this point we could, be getting like really nitpicky. Like I could see something on the right side, the hair wispies.
Yeah.
But it's real nitpicky stuff.
I think I would leave those though, Eric. They're out of focus and it looks real. I mean, this is really good stuff. This is really good. This is really good. Their lighting, I'm telling you what, their lighting is spot on. I mean, it's just really great. I'm just delighted to see these images. So well done. Keep up the great work, and yay you. Let me look at one more and then we'll take a pause. Let me just grab another one here. Let's see what we got here. Give me a sec. We have a lot of portraits today. I was trying to do something other than a portrait. Here we go. We'll look at 3 images. We'll get my cursor out of the way. Well, dang, these are good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are just beautiful. I didn't mean to pick such great ones to start.
There's going to be nitpicky stuff. It's what it's going to come down to.
I don't know what to do on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say on this. The only thing that I might do on this one, and this is, again, like Eric says, we're being nitpicky because this is a wonderful photo.
Yeah.
These couple little things here are a little distracting.
Because they're moving the other way of the other snow.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's so nitpicky.
Yeah, they're legit though, but it is drawing your eye. And so I mean, that would be a small, tiny little thing that I would do that would be a good. This one, I don't even know what's going on. So I don't know if this was I don't know where this was shot. It looks like a movie set. And now this is not a criticism. This is fantastic. And of course, I wish I could see more of the bird.
See the face. Yeah.
See the face. But
it's not terrible.
But look, I mean, there's a beetle over there. I'm wondering if this wasn't done using some AI stuff.
Yeah, I don't know about this one.
But it's really good. I mean, it's like
good,
I don't know what to say, but 2 photographers in a row, and they're both killing it. So great job to you.
It's making our jobs easier.
Yeah, our job's easy, but I think that will change. So I think we're going to take a short one. When we come back, coming up next, we're going to look at more images. We've got some shout outs. And of course, if you want a chance to win one of the giveaways that we mentioned, just leave us a comment and tell us which prize you'd like to win. Tell us which one you want to win so we don't send you something you don't want. All right. Coming up next, more images. Stick around. We're live here on The Grid.
Have you seen the latest version of Photoshop? It is the most mind-blowing version of Photoshop I've seen in 20 years. Adobe has taken AI to a whole new level, and it has taken Photoshop to a whole new place. This will change the way we all work from now on. There's an amazing remove tool. There's new live gradients. There's adjustment presets. There's this little floating panel, this contextual taskbar. But none of that compares to the magic, the actual magic that is happening. Got a brand new class where I cover everything. What works, what doesn't, how to make it work for you, how to incorporate it into your workflow right now and start doing things you never thought you'd be able to do. It is going to blow your mind. Come and check out my brand new class, Getting Up to Speed Fast on the AI-powered May 2023 Photoshop upgrade. It's exclusively at kelby1.com.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by B&H Photo, the professional source since 1973.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Grid. Eric Kuna is joining us live from just outside of Yosemite. And Yosemite. All right, so I got to put my cap up like that kid now. All right, let's see what's up. We got some shout-outs. John Dukes. What up, John? What a great guy. John says hello from Washington, D.C. He said had so much fun photographing the fireworks last night over the nation's capital. Ann is here from Calumet Falls, Oregon. John's here from Kansas City. Audrey from Rockaway, New Jersey. Janice is here from San Antone. Mariana, hey. She says hello to the Grid Gang from London, England. Ooh, I'm going to be over there in September doing a workshop. James says, I want that Platypod Extreme. Well, keeping your fingers crossed that you get chosen. Janie says, good afternoon, Gridsters from Venice, Florida. Paul's here from Yolo County, California, up in Northern California. Glad to have you all here. And let's get back to the images. These are right up Mr. Kuna's alley, so let's right. Night photography and little Milky Way. What? Yeah. And looks like some light painting as well. These are nice, huh?
Good. Yeah, great stuff.
All right, so I'll go back to the first one here and let you do your thing.
So, the one thing with light painting that, this is one where you've intentionally lit the building. Like, we could tell you've intentionally lit it. But what you did well is you didn't light the foreground. That's one of the things that a lot of people do is don't control the light painting, and it kind of spills everywhere. So I think on that one, I love it. I mean, it's a long exposure with this. It's a dramatic sky. The light painting's balanced. Color temperature wise on my screen, it looks a little like greeny.
It's a little greeny bluey
cast.
Yeah,
greeny blue cast.
Little bit.
But I mean, not like anything offensive. So that'd be nitpicky.
Here, I'll throw a little yellow on it for you. Maybe something in there.
Yeah, maybe take out some of the green tint as well. There we go, right there.
All right.
And then that just became the richer. I see like more of the colors. Yeah, it was just a little bit too greeny.
Yeah, it is a little crunchy in the post though, Eric. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little crunchy.
It does. It's a little like
over
grungy, grungy. Yeah,
like a little bit too much clarity or something.
But the one thing that I think it's got too much clarity. Yeah, definitely. But the one thing is because of the type of image, like I can see it's a very like colorful building. I can see why maybe you'd want to do that, but I'd take out some of that grunge.
Yeah,
definitely.
About 20% less grunge, 25% less grunge. Now Now I know what I get rid of in this one.
This I mean, we got to get rid of all the light pole lines. I mean, they just not helping the image at all. And the other thing is the flowers are and the flowers in the top of the building are lit a little too much. And I think that's probably because that looks like a car light. That looks like a car is coming around the corner, or you're lighting it with something that's very harsh light. So just softening that light. If it's car light, it's just waiting. I mean, I did that last night, which I could show some examples of just a waiting game where you're just waiting for stuff to come. So I would definitely lessen the light on the flowers and the church up there, and then to get those stars to cut through a little bit more, go into the sky and just dehaze the sky. So just using the sky selection, but we got to get rid of those wires and those poles. They're just not doing anything for the photo.
Yep, we're selecting the sky, and then we're going to go to...
You're going to actually dehaze that. Right. And that's going to allow... See how it kind of cuts through that haze that's up there?
Yeah.
It works really well. So, and then actually, if you want to enhance that Milky Way, increase the clarity a little bit and decrease the texture of the sky. Increase clarity gets the Milky Way to kind of, and then decreasing that kind of the texture kind of takes away some of the stars, so it puts more of that emphasis on the Milky Way. Now, you see how the sky is a little bit more balanced, but now that foreground, that's where now we have to tone down the lighting on the foreground.
Yeah,
you see how it just cut through all that haze in the sky. That's what you're really wanting to do.
We could add a new mask here. Let's create a new mask. Do a linear gradient. We'll drop the exposure and the highlights on this foreground a bit. Is that too much? Did I overdo it?
It might be a little too much, but it's perfect. Yeah, like right in there, like on my screen at least. You see how like it cut down like that, like flashy. It just looked like you flashed the front with the light. The top of the church is going to be the hardest thing. That's just overlit there, but it's not terrible. You could probably tone it down a little bit, But
here
overall,
we go.
that's a big difference
all
between
right,
just
but
those little things.
Watch this though. Watch this. Filter, Skylum, Luminar Neo. All right, check this out. Check this out.
Yep.
Go to Edit. Go to Remove. Where the heck is it? Erase. Power lines. Click that button called Power Lines.
Gonna do it. Yeah. Because those are easy to take out.
Look, they're gone.
There you go.
That's it. Now, it left the poles. So you would hit apply, and then the poles are easy. Just get the, get the remove tool. What the heck? Use a better tool here. And, I clicked where I should not have. Let me make my brush bigger. And you say, remove that sucker. And remove that sucker. And now, you're talking.
I mean, now that's what I'd want. That's the image I want. Very simple. I'm only focused on the church. Now, also, when you remove those things, it became less distracting, that overlit top of the church.
Yep. All right. Okay, but still
great.
Pretty good, right? Pretty good.
Right.
Pretty good stuff. All right. So good. We're getting our Photoshop and Lightroom tips in today.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, now, so then, this last one, it's kind of the same thing. You see how there's just I can tell the front things are lit, like they're lit. Like it just needs to be like it's the same thing when you use flash. You're just like toning it down a little bit. It's just too much. It's got to come down. And we could do the same thing with the sky. This image also has a cast to it as well. It has like a greenish kind of like. I see more greens than anything in the sky.
We can fix that. Let's go. You just in the sky, so we'll do select sky.
That's so great. This new select
we'll go
sky.
Select sky, and then we'll go.
Have to do so much stuff.
We're going to move away from the greens, or we're going to move towards the yellows a little bit. And then we're going to go down, and we're going to dehaze.
I would actually add in add some blue into the sky instead of some yellows.
Okay,
You're not going to warm it up.
There you go.
Yeah, like that.
Dehaze.
But then we're just taking that green and then do that dehaze. Dehaze the sky, then negative texture, positive clarity.
Oh, look at that.
Boom. There you go.
Boom.
You see how that just brings it out? It just pops out that Milky Way.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a
right
poppin'.
there.
It's a poppin'.
It's just those little
Milky
adjustments.
Way.
And actually, I just released the class on just like the techniques we've been going over right there for Kelby 1, where we went over and I redid my Milky Way for beginners class for editing, because the things I was using 5 years ago, I'm not even using today because of the tools like you just showed. Like, you just hit select sky. You don't have to go in and do the things we did 5 years ago.
All right, let's look at another image. Thank you, Eric.
Yep. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I like all of these. I think these are nice.
Yeah.
This one I would like to get a little tighter on, but that's okay. I really like this one. Now, I could do without the power lines.
Yeah, I was going to say the
And
same
this
thing.
pole here, these power lines, like none of that is helping your shot.
And that Honda Civic behind you there or something.
Yeah,
behind the car.
and
That
you know
could
what?
go.
You would say that would be a hard thing, but it's not with generative fill. Let's go generative fill this bad boy. Let me open it up. Let's go to open. Now, I've never tried this before. I haven't tried it on this image. Of course, I've tried generative fill. Let's just go see what happens. And I'm doing this really quickly. If we just said, we didn't say anything. We just went to generative fill and just hit generate. So it takes about 10 to 15 seconds, and either something magical is going to happen or something tragic. But usually it does a pretty good job. It's using AI. Well, that's somewhat better.
It's definitely better.
That's oh wait, we still have the light pole there. Or no, I got to get rid of that other light pole. There you go.
Yeah.
There.
But-
boom.
yeah,
Boom. Done. Boom. All right. And then while we're here, let's just get
Good. Yeah, you-
man, that worked out really good.
Yeah.
That worked out disgustingly good. And then this one, I think you can actually just do a content aware fill. Just get rid of that. And some of those power lines
all the lines. Yeah.
using, go use the Luminar Neo thing for that. That thing is, it's great at power lines.
Yeah, and Luminar would take that out, no problem.
Yeah, that's kind of sloppy. But let's look at the difference here. Watch. Messy, bad, clean, and a road.
Looks so good.
Dude, that's
scary.
happening. That's happening. That's happening, Park.
That's the Photoshop tip of the week.
Yeah, that's not where I wanted. Here we go. All right. Yeah, that one's good. And this one's very good too. The only thing that I might do here is, and I would darken that road and I would darken that background.
Darken the whole background. Just take
darken
the background darker.
Yeah, well, that's easy, right? We got a program that'll do
There's
that.
a tool for that. Yeah.
There's a tool for that. Select background and just darken it up. Now, I think I would do 2 layers here. Like, also, it's kind of brown on that road.
Mm-hmm.
So you might want to just de-brown that, which you could actually just do that probably by going to the color mixer, clicking on this little icon, the targeted adjustment tool, click on that brown and say less brown. There you go. And I think we got to go one step further, Mr. Kuhn. I think we got to add a mask and add a linear gradient, which is what I use to darken large areas, and then drag it up that way. And then we'll just
it's just dodging and burning. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Dodging and burning.
Yeah, but I mean, these are the photography wise. This is very, very good.
Yeah.
So good job, whoever well, we know it's Joe. Good job, Joe. You put your name right on it, so kind of gave that one away. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, it's time for a break. Son of a gun. We got more images to go through, so stick around. Coming up next, more images.
You know what you don't want to worry about when you're on vacation? Backing up your photos. You don't worry about organizing or backing them up, or what do I do with them when I get home, and how do I merge everything I did on my laptop with my computer at home? I want to show you exactly what I do when I'm traveling. I take a lot of trips, and I have a very, very simple organization thing, and I want to share it with you. We're going to talk about how to back up your photos so you can sleep at night while you're on vacation, how to organize them, and when you get home, how do you sync everything back into Lightroom so it's like a seamless from beginning to end experience. It's going to make your vacation better, it's going to make you sleep better, you're going to have a great time. It's called How to Back Up and Organize the Images from Your Trip, and it's exclusively at kelby1.com. I don't have to tell you how great the camera is in your iPhone. It's really pretty amazing. And I know that a lot of people out there are really giving this a serious thought. Not only is their second camera, but often as their first camera. If you're brand new to the iPhone, I've got a brand new course I think is really gonna help. I'm gonna cover 20 different techniques. Stuff that you need to know, stuff to how to set up your camera, how to get the most out of it, and it's really gonna make a big difference. It's gonna make you fall in love. If you liked your phone camera before, now you're gonna love it. We're gonna cover a lot of ground. We're gonna be on location. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I hope you come and join me, and it's exclusively here at Kelby One.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Canon.
Hey, we are back. I'm just putting something in Photoshop here so you can see this. Somebody was asking where about that iPhone event that I'm doing with Rocky Nook, and here's the address. If you look on screen, go to rockynook.com. You don't need all this other stuff. Sorry, I just copied it verbatim here. Sorry, you don't need it. Just go to rockynook.com/events, and there's the sign up and everything is right there. And so it's going to be a lot of fun if you're serious, or thinking about getting serious about using your phone, which I take thousands of photos on my phone. So
I'll tell you, those phones are getting so good.
Yeah.
I was using them last night. All of my phones, but that iPhone, I can't imagine what it's going to get much better.
Hey, by the way,
over time.
So Eric was, he's heading out west, and he went to the Kelby One community and said, "Hey, I'm going to be out there shooting if anybody wants to, hook up and shoot," which I think is a wonderful thing about the social side of photography. I think it's one of the, it's so much fun to shoot with other photographers. But anyway, Eric met a Kelby One member. They went out shooting, and you guys were shooting night stuff, night sky?
Yeah. I met up with one of our long-term members, Prashant, and we were out there shooting in Yosemite. This is actually this was a shot from last night. So this is the show that it doesn't have to be ideal conditions, right? So this is Yosemite Valley. We're looking at Yosemite Valley at night. This is right after night, and the full moon is rising 20 minutes after the shot. So I'm already getting the light from the moon kind of spilling onto the valley. But you can balance that out, and we did that right here where, you can see all the traffic that's coming through, everybody leaving because this park's so busy. But yeah, so shot this last night, and then a little while later, while we were up there as well, there was going to be the moon rising. So then got the moon rising over El Capitan and all that. So,
Wow, those are beautiful,
cool.
Eric. Beautiful, beautiful
so
shots.
there you go. So 2 for 1, where we get the moon rising, that first light on the mountain there, and then also having that Milky Way shot all in one. And then, like I said, it doesn't have to be ideal conditions, because this Milky Way shot over Yosemite was taken at when a full moon was rising, or an almost full moon was
Yeah,
rising.
and that
So,
normally would be instant death. I think people think in their mind, you can't
Yep.
do a Milky Way shot because it's full moon tonight.
No, and that's when we were talking. I said we were planning this shoot, and we were talking. I said, "Well, we got a 20-minute window, and if we go in that 20-minute window, we'll get something good," and we did.
Mr. Kuna knows his windows. Let's look at some shots. Hey, we got another automotive shot here, so we're gonna have to kind of whip through these, but because I want to get to some more. But got a nice Jaguar XKE here, like a classic Jag. Ooh, nice up close, nice. All right, so these are all good shots, and here comes the critique. They're all good though, starting off. So I love what you're doing here to some extent. I love what you're trying to do. This is like a Tim Wallace style, very dark. The fall off, you're using the long soft boxes, and you're getting these really, really nice highlights. But this highlight's bad. This is just bad. So I think you would need to I don't know where your lights were. See, this highlight is beautiful and thin.
It almost seems like that highlight has been worked on or something. Like it just looks so. See how the edges? It looks so kind of sloppy. Now it could be the car has imperfections in it, but
I would almost get rid of that, and I don't know if we can. Let's jump over and see. I hit the wrong button here. Let's just jump over and see if you can get rid of it, because I don't know if it'll do it. But let's go see, because there's two things that we can try. Whoa, it's going to be a little sticky right around there.
Sticky.
Yeah, but let's just try it and see if we can get close, and then we fill in the rest later. But I think this would be a much better shot if you just got rid of that reflection altogether. So let's just see. I don't know how this is going to look. This could be.
Cars are hard because anything.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, Joey. Oh, look at. Oh, come on. It even put a highlight over here. Yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah,
That's stupid.
I think you're there. Now, you could, and I've seen this done, you could go add your own highlight using a polygonal lasso tool. If you really wanted a highlight down here, you see this, the car magazines even do this, is put your own highlight in here. And I added a new layer, right? I added a new layer, and then you add a little bit of blur to it. And we'll do, I don't know what we got here. A little bit of blur, and then change the blend mode to what? Let's see which blend mode is going to work for us. Well, that's not so bad. I'd have to dink around and find a better blend mode.
Have to play with that.
Yeah, or maybe just lower the opacity a little bit. But I think there's something there, because you've got these nice highlights from the lights and all. But anyway, I like where you're going. The other shot, the wheel shot. Again, I don't want to discourage you, because I think you're really doing great. But I think this one needs a little work. I think your angle is a little too. Like you got the nice light on the wheel. Whoa, you got the nice light on the wheel and all. I just think your angle is a little too tight. This is a composition issue, I think. And I also think that you could, you know what you might do for this, actually? If I can show it real quick. Go to the masking tool, get the radial gradient. So we're drawing a circular gradient. Radial? Yeah. And make a circle, and then hit invert, the invert button here. So you don't have your light spilling all over the place. And I don't think you want that. You want, more of a, you know what I mean? But I think the angle that you're at is a bigger issue. So let me just show you what I'm trying to See how it's like the lights going everywhere on the one on the left?
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, you want a more focused kind of thing there. But I think that this one needs to be reshot with a little better angle. The last one that you've got, and these are all good, so please don't take these the wrong way. You've got a classic car that unfortunately does not have any real good highlights and stuff over here, and you got the worst possible background behind it. The background is just, I mean, you're in front of a garage. You take that car and get it in sunset light, a half hour before sunset in a nice location. That's the right car.
Scott, you might be able to just select the building behind it.
I know.
It generated
I know. But we're not going to do that. We don't have time. But anyway.
Yeah.
But that's where we're at. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, we saw those already. Give me a second. Okay, let's look at these. Fun at sea. Well, 1 out of 3 ain't bad. This shot, because of the interesting light, you've got this interesting light. I like the way it says Zurich up in the top corner. I don't like seeing McDonald's and the fast food joints here, but you have interesting light, and it's black and white. This is kind of like, I like the kind of direction this is going. These other two, these are just like snapshots.
I mean, that's like that's something that's cool for like the people that were there. That
this
at sea. If you were like passing that around your friends, because you went on a vacation or something,
that'd be a great shot to share on your Facebook page. But these shots, unfortunately, maybe they have some meaning.
I mean,
to
that
you
have probably some emotional meaning. I mean, there's obviously a dog. We all care
but
about
these are kind of snapshots you took just whenever. And this last one looks like I'm trying to make a photo. So I think now one thing that I think would help this shot, believe it or not, is this. Watch this little thing we're going to do in Photoshop. I'm going to go to the canvas. We're going to add 4 inches of canvas all the way around. And look. Right? That I think I maybe added too much canvas. I don't know. But anyway, I think that shot has got some potentials. But the other two they're just too snapshotty. So I like where you're going with that one. Go in that direction, and you're starting to get something. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's keep looking here. This is an easy, quick one. Here we go. Nice jet with lots of vapes. It's sharp and in focus. Got your Red Bull stunt plane there. Lovely. And the trail looks a little bluish.
Yeah, it's like,
and the sky's kind
crunchy.
Of meh. Yeah. And this is nice. You're nice and tight, which I like. It might actually be a tad too tight. You might actually need to add a little more blue all the way around. Little breathing room, but tight is where it's at. So I would say maybe a half an inch all the way on all sides, but like compositionally, you left room for them to move in front, which is good. It is a nice tight crop, which we like. So that's good. This one compositionally is good. You left room in front. It's just this photo is kind of dull, and it's not your fault. It was a dull sky, and it makes the whole thing kind of look dull. And that one's good, and the other one is good. So 2 out of 3, you got really good. This one's not your fault. Yeah. You captured it right, and it's all that. But it's just, this is when sky replacement might be your friend, because it's not. Let's just go see.
Yeah, the only thing with sky replacement sometimes is because the trail.
I know.
Exactly.
It's probably going to lose the trail, which is unfortunate. But then sometimes you might be able to paint it back in. I don't know. Let's see what we got. That's probably not the sky you want to use.
Yeah, you can see how the trail starts getting busted up because it thinks it's sky.
Right,
yeah,
but I will. Okay, I'm just going to go with that just for now, right?
Yeah,
but
you
could
can
go.
Modify that layer.
What you can do is, well, you can just go to the history brush, right? And the history brush is undo on a brush, and just paint that trail back in. It'll paint it in. Like, you have to be more careful than I'm doing, but it'll paint back in the original thing. All right. But anyway, that's not your fault. You're doing good. All right. Let's roll on. Let's see what we got over here. We already looked at those. How about this one? This is kind of interesting. Really like this shot. I really like it. I'm not crazy about the color or the brilliance of the shot, but I love the low angle like that. I've done that, and that's really good. They're out there for the coin toss, and these are the team captains meeting. I like that. That's a great angle. Very, very good. This is entirely different. The only problem here is I don't like a brown-looking sky, and you're just getting the reflections from the lights and stuff. If it were me, now I'm not a night sky expert like Mr. Kuna, but I would take that temperature towards blue.
Yeah,
and
I would too. And
I think that'll make for a much more compelling image. But I kind of like it overall. And I just think tighter would help you too, because
that's coming from too that glow that you're getting like that. That's because you got the warm city lights. So then the camera was probably on an auto white balance and probably forced itself to that white balance.
And if you
thought that was white,
and if you get tighter, you'll get this. So
yeah, because it's also the other thing, Scott, is the foreground, how it's crooked. So you got that line that's crooked, and then you got a straight horizon. I don't even know if it might be better just to cut out that front. But anyways.
It might be. I think it might be. This last one is it's. I don't want to call it a snapshot, but it looks like a family shot. But I love the motion. I love the expressions. This is a cool shot.
Yeah, I love. This is where, even if this is a family shot, this
crossed over. It crossed over.
Because you're adding that motion of the riders riding this ride. You're seeing the two people in focus because you panned with them.
Yeah,
I
like this.
That's actually a great technique to take your family photos to that next level. Is when you have your children, they're on a roller coaster, they're on something that's spinning around, show that motion. They're riding a bike, show that motion, drop that shutter speed.
Motion and excitement. All right, let me just check. Are we ready for a break? Is that am I seeing that?
Speaking of that, Scott, Rick Salmon has a great class on that on Kelby One about shooting action. And we go over a lot of those techniques on how to do that. And
it is one of the most popular classes of the year.
Yeah.
So good on Rick. All right. So we're going to take a short one. When we come back, we're looking at some more images. We're going to whip through a few more. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Rain Hayes. I'm here with the Kelby One crew in Miyaka River State Park, and we're going to talk about my favorite subject, infrared photography. Infrared is a beautiful medium. You have these really special features like extra detailed clouds, glowing white foliage, beautiful dark blue or black skies and water. It's really, really special. This class is going to go through all of the equipment that you need, and we'll get into the nitty-gritty of every filter that you could possibly be using to do infrared. We will look at the best subjects to shoot, the best settings for shooting them, and then we'll go into the studio and I'll walk you through all of the traditional processing steps, as well as a few different things that I like to do, plus a few surprises at the end. Come join me for my very first class with kelby1.com.
I am a portrait and wedding photographer based in Valencia, Spain.
I do mainly commercial and editorial photography, and I retouch up to 100 photos a month.
We shoot almost every day for all kinds of clients, such as commercial, beauty, and fashion. And we retouch our work more often, like every other day.
I used to spend over 1 hour for one photo.
If we want professional results, we must remove skin blemishes, do micro dodge and burn, highlight eyes, whiten teeth, and even reduce wrinkles in clothes. And this can easily take me up to 2 hours of work for each photo.
So when I saw that there's a plugin for Photoshop that helps you retouch quicker, I was eager to get my hands on it.
I read many feedbacks about it, and I found a lot of positive reviews, which made me to consider buying my first plugin.
One of the challenges we have at the end of a session or wedding is to achieve an edition in our photograph that look natural. This is where retouch for me has become a game changer.
I love the feature that you can pick how much effect it has on your photo and you can adjust it accordingly to your style.
I saved a lot of time and always end up having amazing result with my work.
I am extremely happy with the quality.
Now, I am more efficient and have more time to spare with my family.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the world's most compact tripod base.
All right, we are back. Mr. Kuna is with us, and we're going to look at some more images. Let me go ahead and let's go to these right here. How about these dandies?
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that nice? My
Great
goodness,
action.
that's what a
Action.
great capture. Like, that's just great. That's nice. I have a comment about that one, and and the third one, of course, is very very nice. So I would say on this one, it's the right. Everything's right. I think the crop is too wide, right? I think because you're kind
it
of
doesn't have the same balance as the last. It doesn't have the same balance. Yeah.
Now, and it can still be a fence and all that. You can still see what's going on there, and I think something along those lines. All right, but still, that's a lovely shot. And then the last one, the only thing here is the background is a little bright, and I wonder if we can't just go to here and go to background. Let's see what it selects, and just take all that background back just a little bit, especially in the bottom corner. But that right there. You see what I mean?
That helped a lot.
Yeah.
Right there.
So let me show you before and after there. Oh, I can't show it before and after because I closed the camera raw. But anyway, yeah, I think just making the bird pop a little bit. These are very nice. What a great photographer. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, you. Good job, eh? All right, next, let's look at these. So number 1, 2, and 3. So first off, I would say you're doing a good job of using flattering light for your subjects, right? The light's flattering, and it makes your subjects look nice. But all of the images have little issues, but there's stuff that's easy enough to fix, right? So first off, I would say here that you've got a white balance issue. She looks kind of blue. That's number 1. And number 2 is you've got up here in the corner, you've got distracting bright areas over here and over here that are not helping the photo or helping her or anything. It's just a kind of an unfortunate crop all the way around. So let's do this. Let's fix the crop first and get rid of some of that junk. And honestly, if it were me, I would probably flip the crop and make this something more like, maybe a little bigger, maybe something more like this kind of crop. And then warm up and make the color look better. And I think that's just a lot better. You still have this area up here, which you know is easy to get rid of. Maybe pulling back the highlights. You're going to have to get rid of it some other way. You can actually use this new healing tool. Is the eraser is much better than the other stuff. Let's just see if it does anything good for you here. Yeah, it's the same one in Lightroom, and get rid of some of that junk there. And then just bring in a little vignette at the end just to kind of get the heat off the edges. And I think, yeah, you got a good shot there. And after the crop, you can see, look how blue it was. So it kind of, look at her hair. It was kind of bluish. You know, that's one area you can tell in the shadows behind her. It looked bluish, greenish. It's like, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it needed a little bit of work, but I think cropping, that'll help get rid of some of that stuff. This one, I think also, I don't think the verticalness is helping you here, that it's vertical. Like your lighting looks good on her. It's soft and it's subtle. It may be a little tiny bit over retouched. Her skin looks a little overly soft, but I think that's pretty minor. I think if you were to bring this in a tad and then flip it this way, Now, you're probably going to want, it's just there's so much table and stuff. This might make a nice square crop. Let's go to a preset. Let's go to a 1-to-1. Can we do it with a 1-to-1? Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a very nice square crop. I don't like this over here. You have to get rid of that.
Yeah, much better.
But a little square crop, and you might go and let's go to her face. Give it a second to find her face. It's finding her face. Oh, come on.
It's so weird how sometimes it takes forever and sometimes it's
all right. And we
not that long.
just want her facial skin, and let's hit create and just brighten up her skin just a little bit. And maybe even her hair, but we're not going to do that. But otherwise, I think you're pretty good. But that makes a very nice square crop. You just got to get rid of this junk over here. I don't know if this tool will do it, but let's just see if, cause that just kind of looks meh over there. Yeah, that's a little better. And then if you want to take the heat off the edges a little, boop, just a little bit. You don't really want to see it.
That's much better.
Oh, look, yeah, it's I'm using the beta version, so that happens. Okay, so those two just need a little bit of tweaking. This last one is kind of the same issue. You've got way too much headroom. If you were using this on the cover of a magazine, you'd be set. Outside of that, you got way too much headroom.
Yeah, that's the only thing, a magazine.
And if you were thinking, but we wanted to include the house and all in the background, well, you can still include the house, but you don't have to. It's not an architectural shot. I think I would uncork this and move it a little this way. And I think we're a little low on the crop too. Something more like that. Let's warm them up a little bit. Let's just warm them up a tad. And then I think we need to brighten their faces a bit. Both of their faces. They're backlit. Let's go to the background. Let's darken the background. And maybe we won't have to worry about the faces. Yeah, that background was a little too hot. And I think you probably could go to the faces now. Let's do that. Let's go to select people. And let's go to him.
And that time it was done in 2 seconds.
Yeah, facial. Yeah, I know. You never know, right? And we're just going to brighten his face up just a hair and then do the same thing to her. Let's go to brighten people. Go to person 2. Go to hair. Not hair. Facial skin.
Facial skin.
Thank you. I'm getting sidetracked here. And then there we go.
Yeah.
And I just think the balance overall, and if it were me, and it is, of course, I would bop in a little, take the heat off the edges, just a hair. When you do the vignette, you don't really want to see it, but watch the difference, right? So it's just you don't want to
sucks you in.
Yeah,
just focuses
your eye in on them. But I think that you got a nice shot there. All right. So overall, I like your shooting. The shooting's doing good. We need a little bit of cropping and stuff, but you're doing the most important thing, which is the light. Your lighting is good and it's flattering to your subjects, and that's a very common mistake that people make. You're not making it, so good on you. All right, real quick, we need to do our trivia. Mr. Kuna is standing by. There we go.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a trivia question here. So we've been talking about lighting, like Scott just said. Lighting is key, right? When we're using flash or when we're using continuous light, we might want to change the color temperature. When we put a gel in front of it, sometimes we'll put a half cut, quarter cut of CTO. What does CTO stand for? There you go. Just tell us in the chat what
I think
CTO stands for. And
call Tim Oliver.
Call Tim Oliver. There you go.
There you go. Okay.
Scott wins. No, but yeah, just leave us a comment. Tell us what you think CTO stands for, and we will pick the winner, the first one to enter that, and they'll win the prize.
All right, we're going to look at a couple more images before we wrap up, and we'll be mentioning our winners here in just a second. This is a very interesting set of photos here. I love this first one. I love the subject. I love the lighting. I love the area, the environment, the post-processing, the tone. I just love it. I think this is a terrific image.
That's a good one. That's like a Rolling Stone
Yeah,
type image.
it looks, yes, yes, it does. Yes. This one's really, really nice. It's very, very moody. The only thing that I might do is her shoulder's a little hot on the left.
Yep.
And I would make her eyes a little. Now, it depends on what screen you look on. I'm looking on my screen here, and let me make sure my brightness is where it should be. Actually, I think it's probably, I would just take a little heat off that shoulder, just a little bit. So
That's it. Just take
that's
some
it.
heat off. That's
but
what
still,
I would do.
nice toning and stuff too. This last one, I love the subject. The facial expression looks artificial. It looks like you said, make an angry face, and it doesn't. Now I love the black and white and the toning, and it looks like it's got maybe I don't know what's got on it, some brown in it. I love all that. I would have had him. I think what would take this up is a more natural expression, and then because you got the right subject, this guy's great, and then have him turn his head a little toward the light. So you get a little more light on the other side of his face, just a little bit, more of a Rembrandt lighting kind of thing. What you have there is basically split lighting, which they use in movie posters and stuff. Now, I can't tell if what's throwing me off is his expression or the lighting. But if you fixed his expression and you got the lighting better, you'd have a killer shot.
Yeah, it's just, I think what it is too, like the eyeball on the lit side, it's just, you're so drawn.
Yeah.
Like I know you want to be drawn to the eye, but it's almost creepily, like that's where it feels uncomfortable.
Yeah, so I think you could get a better expression, but these are all really good. You're doing a great job. I don't want to, and I love what you're doing. So don't overthink that. That's just, it's one man's opinion and 1.5, because I think Eric was kind of with us on that one.
I love that first one though. That first one was great.
Oh, that first one's phenomenal. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. So I think the unfortunate thing here is this plane would start sliding to the left.
Yeah, it's definitely falling off.
It's falling.
The earth.
Yeah, so this is a very the ground is very crooked. I like what you're doing. I like that the ground isn't overlit. It's maybe a little bit of spill on there, but every time I see this kind of thing, it's usually not done well, but this one is done well.
Yes.
And so, you got a nice prop spin. You got the full Monty there. So
I think the thing, Scott, here is you've got like a good base lit image. Now, if we did those things in post, like where you would dodge and burn and kind of just focus the light, it's going to work out and take the crookedness.
All right, but I see this a lot. Can I throw something out to aviation photographers out there that may be watching the show? I have a different idea for you. So, okay, there we go. So I have a different idea. It is very hard to light a big plane. It is very, very rare when I see a photo of a lit plane where it just doesn't look like you put a flash on it, right? Right? And this is the same thing. It's lit, but it's not lit in a beautiful way, right? Guys, do this and try this instead. The next time you have a plane and you want to light it, instead of lighting it all, get some lube cubes and put them on the plane. And have the light kind of coming, like if you ever look at like Joe McNally's shot of that bomber that he did for the National Geographic.
National Geographic, yeah.
He put lights inside the plane and lights on the wings and lights up in the. I mean, I think there's so much that could be done with a plane. Don't wait till the black night. Do it at dusk, but light around the plane. Don't try to light. It's very, very hard to. It's hard to light a full car. It's very, very hard to light a car. That's why we let the sun do it, right? The beautiful car shots are taken either in a studio with a 35-foot softbox. Literally, it's a Chimera. It's 35 feet long. It's longer than the car by a long shot. I mean, you have to go through a lot to make a car lit correctly. Now take exponentially larger it's just going to look, it's just going to be tough.
Yeah,
but I'm
with
telling you,
Scott, it's maybe backlight too to kind of highlight.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I'm telling you,
lighting.
we're going to do it one night.
Everybody wants to light it from the front and just wash it with light.
Yeah,
and it's like let's us add snoots to our light and like really pinpoint the light in
make it
somewhere.
dramatic and stuff, and you'll get a whole different thing. All right, let's take a look at this one. This one just needs some post and some love. It's nice and it's close, but you got like a dead pedal hanging over here. You got another one over here. Like, these aren't helping your shot. And just I think a little bit of post processing and cleaning up some of this junk might help. I think some nice post. You can bring out some detail, and that would help. I think just right there. Just kind of keep it. It looks flat. I guess the image looks flat. So it needs a little bit of love. So would start there. And then after the love is gone, what used to be right is wrong. Let's get rid of all this badness over here, which is helping no one. I think, can we do, I don't think I need generative fill. That's not pretty.
Yeah.
And this thing over here, well, I'm just doing it real quick just to give you an idea. Yeah, that didn't work out perfectly, but hold on, I'm using the wrong tool. Sorry. Don't move, don't breathe, don't make a sound. Here we go. Let's just get in here. So content aware fill, got rid of that. This thing's nasty over here. I don't know how well content aware fill will do there, but it didn't do badly. All right. So you can see just getting rid of that stuff kind of clears it up. And then I might either go back to Camera Raw filter and either, add some kind of a vignette to take the heat off the edges, or use the radial gradient, because I think there's something there, because it's, the water.
Definitely helping there.
Yeah. All right. So there's that. And then what was the other shot? Eric, I'll leave this to you.
Ooh. We got the whole thing's crooked. Like, I could see because you can see the top of the tower there. The tower is crooked. We gotta bring that over. Yep. Somewhere in there. And then I would go tighter. Like,
of course,
you got to be tighter and tighter. Just get in tighter. Yeah, it's more in there. And then we got to take out like the common stuff at this point. There's the power line. There's the lines. There's the. You could actually do that. Remove the whole tower and probably make it better. But there's a cast to it. It just has a cast. I could tell it's like got a orangey. It's like a green. It just always looks sickly to me. So yeah, like there we're going better. Yeah, and there we're going better.
I think we still need a little bit of rotation here. Hold on.
Yeah. Still a little crooked.
There you go.
And then I would really just sharpen it up. Whenever you're doing telephoto stuff, you need to kind of, sharpen that up. But I would use Topaz for that.
Yeah. So there you go. All righty.
Yeah, definitely in there because you got to get close.
Close, like lovers. Okay, we think we have like one more, two more. Let me just see when we got. One more, I think. Okay, here we go. Let's look. Well, that is certainly a lovely shot. That's soft, flattering lighting, a very, very nice outfit, a nice background. It's like a very professional. It looks like a professional portrait. Same thing here. You got a ballerina. These are very nicely done.
That's great. That's awesome.
Though that's very nice. And the lighting is good and everything's good. And then what the hell happened here? What the hell happened here? Now, is a great looking kid. It's a cool kid. You've got such
Scott, there's something in there.
No.
But it is like two of the shots are like epic.
Yes.
And then we hit this.
And then this. That's what I said. Look, you've got this kid is such a great subject. Look at his face.
Oh yeah.
You got a great subject. You need to do to those other photos what you did to this one. Now, I don't mean put him in a studio in a background, but a studio might not be bad. But the lighting is really not bad. It looks like you did light it because look, there's the shadow under his chin. The post-processing's pretty good. But this is so out of character with the other stuff that it kind of blows your mind.
Scott, though, if you just kind of tone down the background?
That's my next. Well, I was going to do more than that, though, Mr. K. Yeah. Here's what I was going to do. First, let's just tone down the background. We'll just go to background, and we'll tone that down a bit. Does that will help a little, but that's not going to do the trick here. Here's what we need to do. Let's go to select subject. Hope it gets all of them. Yeah, it did. And then, no, that's not what I want to do. Forget all that. I want to go under the filter menu to the neural filters in Lightroom. Neural. We want to go to depth blur, which I don't know why it's in beta still, but it just is. The first time you use it, you have to download it, but this is the beta, so it's kind of new for me. Give it a second. We're going to focus on the subject.
And we're going to get a lens upgrade.
Yeah, we're going to get a lens upgrade here. But I can't get anything to even move. Here we go.
Well, once you hit that focus on the subject, it's not going to let you do the focal distance.
Yeah, I know. It's the blur range I'm trying to do. But dude, it's going really slow. I'm not seeing
slow.
I'm not seeing anything.
This might be a beta thing.
Yeah, it should be. That background should be super out of focus by now, and it's really. Oh wait,
maybe it's not. It's a beta, not. Well, maybe it's doing something.
I don't know. It ain't doing much.
Yeah, not on my screen.
And I don't have the OK button either, so it must still be working.
This might be you're using a beta on top of a beta.
Yeah. Also, you need to get down a little lower to make him look bigger, to make the athlete look bigger. I'd have put a little more room. Yeah, I mean, that didn't do jack. Usually this thing is so impressive, and today it's stinking. And I don't know if it's not working. I'm in the beta, so maybe it's just... Yeah, dude, this isn't working.
No,
all I can do is...
hand, I mean, they're all three great shots.
They are. But there's a lot.
I think that's where if they would have shown the other two and not the third one, you wouldn't... Yeah. But it's just the third one has potential.
The third one has tremendous potential. I want to go shoot that kid again is what I would do. Let me just see if it did anything. No, it didn't even do it.
No,
it didn't even do it.
I just don't think it's working in the beta.
Nope, not working in the beta. All right. But this is... Okay, I'm going to retract what I said. These are all great shots. I was stunned that the third one was so completely different that I was like, what happened here? Because this originally looks like a snapshot. But there's more going on here than meets the eye. Great subject, great looking kid. I think you could make, excuse me, I think you could make a portrait that's every bit as good as that other one with this kid. This kid is magic. This kid is money. He's got blue eyes. He's got freckles. He's got the attitude. I'm telling you, there's a killer shot. And this is not bad. It's not bad, but I'm telling you. Hey, you know what I could do just as a sample real quick? I could go select subject. I could put him on his own background and then just go blur the background with a lens blur. At least it'll give us an idea because the other one didn't work at all. Yeah. Let's just go to lens blur. Blur the crud out of it. The radius is pretty big. All right.
You've blurred it pretty much.
Yeah. Give me a sec here. And this isn't nearly as good as the other one, but you can see, wow, it didn't really help too much at all. It's a bad day for blurs on the grid. So, all right, that is all we're going to be able to look for today. But thank you to everybody who sent in their images. I know that makes you hold your breath when you're sending those in, right? But everybody was good. Everybody was good today. So we had all good photographers. Nobody has to sell their gear. No gear sales. All right.
Yes, we love those shows.
We got a bunch of winners. All right, here we go. Sam Knudsen, you won the V flat. So congratulations to Sam. Lana, you won the Retouch Me app, the Heal app. Amy Brian, you won the Platypod Extreme. Take a look at that list there. Something looks funky. Perry Blevins, you won the Photoshop book for digital photographers. Dan Dolak, you won the How Do I Do That in Photoshop book. And don't look for that anytime soon, Dan, because, you know. And our trivia winner is Dale Bales. You got the Light It, Shoot It, Retouch It book because you knew, and I talk about this in the book, you know about CTO. CTO stands for Color Temperature Orange. Color Temperature Orange. It's an orange gel. And so congratulations to all the winners. How do you get those prizes, folks? You're going to email grid prize, one word, grid prize at kelby1.com. Please claim these by Friday. We'll get all your information. We'll verify that you're actually the person that won, and then we will send you out the stuff or give you a link to download the stuff or whatever. But, Jana Little, you also won the On One No Noise. That's our last minute winner there, Jana Little. So congratulations to everybody that won stuff. We give away a ton of stuff, don't we? Yeah. It's like
all the time.
All the time we're just giving away lots and lots of stuff. It's crazy. All right. That's what we got going on. Thanks to you, everybody. Thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to our crew here at Kelby One for coming in and doing the stuff. And we will see you. You're not back next Wednesday, are you?
No, I'm still out venturing. Wow. Actually, next week I'll be tuning in from Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. All right. Is Yogi Bear there?
Let's hope.
All right. Well, thanks, Mr. K. And we will see you all next Wednesday right here in the grid. Take care, everybody.